All right, UFC Fight Night Walker versus Hill is upon us, and I got to be honest, this card is kind of bad. But we're gonna go through it anyways. We're gonna talk about as many fights as we can. Starting with the main event, we have Johnny Walker versus Jamahal Hill. What do you guys think about this fight?
Um, I think right off the bat that Jamal Hill is a smart bet on like all levels. He's not younger actually, which surprised me, but
He is.
he's not younger. Johnny Walker's a year younger, I believe.
Wow,
But
that is
like
very surprising.
yeah, Jamal Hill I think is more technical. He has more power. I also think Johnny Walker's kind of what do you call it, chinny. He gets rocked every fight. But with that being said, I got Johnny Walker. I feel like he's going to win by decision, but he is not the smart money at all. Not at
Yeah.
all.
Well, let's start talking about with Johnny Walker. So he recently moved to SBG, which is the camp, which is Connor's camp, with Coach John Kavanaugh, and they basically changed Johnny Walker as a fighter because before the Thiago Santos fight, he was like this really like crazy aggressive type of fighter, and he would win or lose sometimes, or he would win or lose, and so like he kind of I guess he needed like a change, and so he went to SBG, and then in the Santos fight, he basically like did a total 180 on his style. Like they totally changed up his style, and now he's like a boring point fighter now, which is crazy.
I would disagree with that assessment. I think that he is more of a point fighter, but he did have moments where he exploded. Ironically enough, I think John Kavanaugh's coaching did a really bad job with him because it was
Really bad. They were terrible.
It was 2-2 going into the last round, and Kavanaugh was like, "All right, you won this, Walker." Well, why am I doing a Vince McMahon voice? Like he's like, "All right, you got this, Walker. You're winning. So you just don't need to be too dangerous now." So I think that there's more to this new Walker than to be said, I guess.
I mean, Kavanaugh never really seemed like the best coach in the first place. Like when you think about it, like the only person who he successfully trained was Connor, and
Arm
Connor
Lobal?
basically Connor. Oh yeah, you're right. The goat. The goat. You're right. Besides him and Connor, but like Connor basically fucking trains himself. And Connor, like back in the day, like 2014, 15, 16, Connor, like when he was actually like really, really good, like that was all him. Like Kavanaugh, like he was the fucking genius behind all that. Like he's the one who had the movement coach and all. Like he was the mastermind behind that. It wasn't like a Trevor. It wasn't like Kavanaugh was his Trevor Whitman. Like Kavanaugh's not the greatest coach in the world. So so like what Josh said about Johnny Walker, I think he just might like he kind of made him like a boring point fighter, and that's how I see Johnny Walker being very, very defensive in this fight. And I know most people see Jamal Hill knocking him out, but like I don't know. Like he went 5 rounds with Santos and didn't get hit with anything too crazy. Like
Well, consider that was like recovering.
yeah,
Santos,
recovering. Yeah, I was gonna say I was like one like Santos, but
Yeah, and I think that's a point. That's an important point because
I don't know. I think the new Johnny Walker is gonna fight a relatively boring fight, and actually really like the more I look at it, the plus 300 fight to go the distance.
that's not a bad bet. I don't think,
quite
but
interesting.
I don't know if that's a smart bet. Just because Jamal Hill's very explosive compared to Thiago Santos. It
Yeah,
depends how much you believe in Johnny Walker's chin and his new fight style.
I don't believe it. I believe his chin kind of. I believe that he won't get hit as much. I don't think he'll get hit too much, but I don't think he'll hit Jamal Hill much back either. You know.
What's the over, you said?
the over is 2.5 rounds.
What is
I like.
that? Plus what?
I mean, it's probably like roughly even because it's 2.5. I don't know.
I mean, if you look at time props, the fight to start round 3 is no minus 132, yes minus
Oh
102.
wait, on DraftKings the over under is 1.5 rounds. Shit.
Oh, okay. That's definitely you got to hit that line. What is that?
Over minus 125.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's a relatively safe bet, I think.
Wait a minute. I swear on FanDuel it's the over under is 2.5. Let me look real quick.
So, while I was doing that, the thing with Jamal Hill though is that he ends most of his fights in the first round. If you look at his record, so that's probably why, because people probably expect him to explode on Walker. Walker has his reputation for being, chinny. You remember his Ryan Spann fight, right? They both got knocked out in like 3 times in that fight within 2 minutes or something.
I can't find the over under,
On
but
FanDuel, no,
yeah, but
I can't find it either.
the fight to start round 3 on FanDuel is
Minus 102.
yes,
Good
minus.
money.
So it's
So
similar.
to go 2 full rounds is minus 102. I like that actually. I really like fight going the distance because I think that we obviously have to move on pretty soon, but I think if basically speaking, if Johnny Walker survives that initial like explosion of Jamahal Hill, I see this becoming a very boring point fight for the next 4 rounds.
Yeah. So we can maybe talk a little bit about Jamahal Hill. So he's coming off a pretty good win against Jimmy Crute. He really displayed his power there. Like he just knocked Jimmy Crute down like multiple times and then finished him in the first minute of the fight.
Yeah, it was
Which is
fast.
pretty impressive.
With very little difficulty, yeah.
Yeah, and then so his one loss is against Paul Craig. In that fight, Paul Craig just like pulled guard, took him down, and then dislocated his arm.
Beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, we're not gonna see that in this fight.
Jamahal Hill was really bad fight IQ, as he chose to like essentially grapple with Paul Craig. And it was ruled a TKO, right?
Apparently the fight it ended TKO.
Yeah.
But he dislocated his arm, so that's interesting.
I mean, Paul Craig was just beating him up from the bottom, so
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think Jamahal Hill has really good power. He's going to be a lot more explosive than Thiago Santos for sure. I just think Jamahal Hill, or I just think Johnny Walker at this point is really chinny. I think even with the SBG coaching, like they're trying to make him more defensive. I just feel like Jamahal Hill is going to catch him at some point and put him out. His power is very evident, especially in that Jimmy Crute fight. So I like Jamahal Hill a lot just to straight up win, but him by KO, I believe, is very likely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I might need to look at those time props later. I didn't realize they were up already. But
Yeah.
I have Johnny Walker. I think he might explode at the right time, or he's just gonna win a boring decision.
All right.
Well, Dermer, what do you think before we move on?
I'm of the I mean, obviously Jamal Hill's the favorite. I really like the betting the over on how long it goes because I think Johnny Walker's new style kind of survives that initial bullshit, and then we have a boring point fight for the rest of the time.
Not for the bet, but just for fun. Who do you think's gonna win?
I probably think Jamal Hill, but I think Johnny Walker's a fun underdog just because I'm not totally sold on Jamal Hill like everyone else is. It seems like.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There we go.
So-
Yeah, over 1.5 is an interesting bet.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot of rounds. Okay, so we can move on. Co-main event is Kyle Daukaus versus Jamie Pickett. What do you guys think about this fight?
Kyle Daukaus to win via grappling. I don't know much about Jamie Pickett, to be honest. This is where I'll fully admit I know Kyle Daukaus. I don't really remember Jamie Pickett.
I don't think Kyle Daukaus is a grappler. Is he? I know he
grappled Holland, but I guess everybody grapples Holland.
Yeah. Wait, let me look. I mean, because I remember Brendan Allen took him down a couple times.
Isn't Brendan Allen really good of a grappler?
I mean, I haven't really seen him grapple, to be honest. I mean, I remember him getting knocked out by Sean Strickland. That's about it with Brendan Allen. But oh no, Kyle Daukaus took down Brendan Allen 3 times. Okay, so he is a grappler.
Yeah.
There we go.
This shows our level of knowledge at this card, everybody.
I mean, yeah. What can we say? This card's back.
Give me a Parker Porter.
But no, I think Jamie Pickett's just kind of unimpressive. I watched his fight against Staropoli, and I mean it was just a really boring fight where they were just up against defense the whole time. And I think Kyle Daukaus is like another level up in that middleweight division. Especially after, I mean, he basically beat Kevin Holland. I know Kevin Holland, he kind of got knocked out by that headbutt, but to me, I thought it was clear that Kyle Daukaus was a better fighter in that fight.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah,
Officially, it's a no contest, though, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much to say. I think how Daukaus wins. This is short notes for Jamie Pickett too. So.
Oh yeah, short notice Jamie Pickett. It's gonna be at 195.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Kyle Daukaus in this fight.
Same.
I mean, yeah, it seems like the obvious. This just seems like one of the more gimme picks on the card.
Yeah. I think he's -2 something.
Yeah.
Okay, next
Great.
fight.
I mean, he's a great parlay piece, and I mean that's about it. Like he's a really good parlay piece.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What other fights do you want to talk about?
So I actually,
Yeah, one of those cards.
I actually know. I actually could talk about most of the main card. Actually, Parker Porter versus Alan Baudot. Parker Porter, he fought John Jones very early in his career. He also looked really good in his last couple of fights. I think he might actually have a chance at a ranking in heavyweight pretty soon. This would be his third win in a row if he wins. So I could see him winning this fight just via pressure and volume because he's evolved.
No, I agree with you. I remember his last fight with Chase Sherman. They were scrapping, like they were going at it, and I don't really think that he's really getting a step up in competition from Chase Sherman, to be honest. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, Parker Porter by pressure seems like a pretty good choice. But heavyweights are so fucking wishy washy that, I mean, he's -250. I'd probably just stay away.
I think he's gonna win. I don't
I
know.
agree,
Yeah,
but
I don't know Alan Baudot, to be honest.
Yeah, he has a lot of volume for a heavyweight. I mean, yeah, that Porter Sherman fight was crazy volume for
yeah,
heavyweight.
for heavyweight, they were getting it on, like they were getting into it.
So
I
yeah,
mean,
I like
Alan
Parker.
Baudot is okay. The only fight I remember him is him. I mean, Aspinall beat him pretty easily, but Aspinall's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Parker's just a more proven commodity, but again, like it's heavyweight, shit can happen. So I'd probably stay away.
Let's spam Parker Porter, but those odds aren't very good, to be fair. So
Yeah,
okay.
All
Jim
right.
Miller, the legend,
the
versus
goat.
Nikolas Motta. Nikolas Motta, I think we'll put him out to pasture. He's just a little too old right now.
To be honest, I have no opinions on it. I don't know who Nikolas Motta is.
He's
I
about
don't think I've seen him fight more than one time, and I don't remember it. So he was from the Contender Series, right?
he was, yes. He got a decision win.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah, I don't remember that fight at all. So I don't know.
I,
I'm gonna skip this one and we can move on to Buckley.
I just think that Jim Miller in his last fight, it was a comeback. It was like, yay, he won. He finally won. Um, I mean, I just don't think he's gonna win. This is MMA math. Jim Miller lost to Joe Selecki, and Nicholas Motta beat Joe Selecki. So via the transfer property and math, Nicholas Motta wins.
Oh, I love MMA math. That's actually great due diligence there. All right.
So yeah, I think.
I think that's a great reason to pick Nikolas Motta.
I mean, with how much we know, Jim Miller's just old. Is the problem, especially in the lightweight division.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can't be that old unless you're what are you? You're Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
In which case you beat Connor. But we'll move on to the next fight.
Yeah. All right, Joaquin Buckley versus Abdul Razak Alhassan. This is actually a pretty fun fight. Both
I
guys
yeah.
looking for a knockout. Um, both guys have really flashy knockouts on their records, so I expect this can be a banger. I think someone's going down on this one.
Well, you're really going out on a limb there.
Well, I'm trying to be right. I'm not trying to,
Hot
fucking
take Buckley by unanimous decision.
this is cold take MMA. What do you want from me?
I want a colder take. I want Buckley by WrestleFuck. Buckley, third round, mounted Gogoplata.
I think the coldest take is probably just somebody's getting finished.
Yeah.
Neither of these guys have the best chin. And maybe we're underestimating Joaquin Buckley's chin after he got head kick knocked out not too long ago. But then this is more MMA math, everybody. The guy who Joaquin Buckley got head kick knocked out by, Abdul Razak Alhassan later head kick knocked out that guy. So it's been
Okay, that's one where I'm more dubious because I mean with knockouts, especially so those are both first round knockouts. Alhassan knocked out Alessio Di Chirico in 17 seconds with a head kick. Those are the things where I feel like it's a little more fluky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Alessio Di Chirico knocked out Joaquin Buckley with a head kick, and then Alhassan knocked out Alessio Di Chirico with a head kick. So
Yeah,
maybe this means Alhassan knocks out Joaquin Buckley with a head kick.
to complete the cycle. And
No, it means that Buckley knocks out Abdul with a head kick to complete the
Oh yeah,
fuck up in his mind.
yeah. That completes the head kick triangle.
The head kick, exactly. It's like the Bermuda Triangle, but it's real.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I were to go on a limb, I would say Joaquin Buckley probably knocks him out. I think he's bigger than Alhassan. His record's better, obviously. So
I think my problem, maybe this is me being too harsh on Joaquin Buckley, but Alessio Di Chirico is not good. He's just not good. Maybe that's too harsh on him. Maybe I am, but I don't think Joaquin Buckley should have lost to him. So yeah, I think because of that, I think
I mean,
Abdul is smart enough to head kick knock him out.
I feel like Buckley's younger and he's also bigger. And even while being younger, he's somehow like more tested against like high level UFC guys. Yeah, I mean, I like Buckley, but I'm not. I don't know. That's another fight where I'm like, I feel like at only minus 150, like there's just a like I don't know. Like there's a good chance Buckley just gets his ass knocked the fuck out. Like
yeah,
I think the
extremely possible.
safe bet is just say someone's getting knocked out.
But that's probably like I'm gonna have the props for that on FanDuel. I'm sure those are like terrible. Like it's probably like fucking minus 600 for a finish.
It's actually minus 250.
What?
You can probably parlay that with something else. I have Abdul straight up. I don't think they have the prop for the KO, but I just have Abdul to win this here at plus money.
I don't think Abdul has ever won a fight that isn't by KO.
Yeah, you might be
Maybe
right.
like maybe one, but he's like he has like a really high KO ratio.
11 fights by KO, all of them. Yeah, so I can check to see if they have the props because I didn't look very hard, to be honest. But
No, they're on prop FanDuel. Maybe draft, maybe DK.
yeah, I think he probably wins via KO. To be honest, just because he's a slight positive, I think this is a pretty close fight. But because Abdul is a little bit higher, I'm going with him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can move on. What other fights do we want to talk about in the prelims?
I mean, if anybody has any
Let's see.
picks, feel free to go for it.
Oh, here we go. This is gonna be a banger. Gabriel Benitez versus David Onama. So David Onama, really good prospect. Now he did lose his last fight, but that was like a weight class up. That was on short notice, and he was like strike for strike with this other dude. So just because of how impressive he was in that, I think he has good value, and he's probably going to win. So to put that into perspective, well, let's put it this way: he fights at 155, and he fought what's his face? He fought Mason Jones, So I believe Mason Jones is at like 170. No,
No. I think Mason Jones was at 155,
was he?
and
Oh,
then
maybe.
now they're fighting at 145.
Oh, then I guess I'm just whatever. Then.
That's how much we know about this card.
Yeah.
I mean, Benitez is just a lot more. Like his last fight was against Billy Q, and that was a fucking. He got finished, but like he went at it with Billy Q, who's legit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. Benitez. I mean, he's a veteran of the UFC. He's been in some wars. He's been tested by some guys like Billy Q. That was a great fight. So I kind of like Benitez here. Onama he doesn't have many fights. He's kind of green.
I don't know
So
what you mean. I think he's pretty experienced, all things considered, but maybe in the MMA.
yeah, I'm just gonna go with I'm just gonna go with the proven commodity here. I'm gonna go with Gabriel Benitez in this fight. But again, I'm not willing to bet money on this one. So I guess I'll defer to Lorenzo with his
I
analysis.
would I would agree with that. Yeah, I don't really want to put too much money on it, but I like Benitez as an underdog at plus 132.
I am confident enough to parlay David Onama because Mason Jones is a savage, man. Like, wow. And the fact that he could go so far with him, too, decision, strike for strike, even grappling, I mean, that's insane.
All right, anybody else?
Just don't-
Not on this fight. I was gonna say also like Jessica Rose Clark by decision. I know decision's not on FanDuel, but as a parlay piece at minus 200. Um,
Wait, her to win by decision is minus 200? No way.
no, her on the money line's minus 200. The props for decision aren't up on FanDuel or anything yet. I mean, I
Mhm.
like her by decision, but I'm also like she's just like a wrestle fucker. Like she just kind of wrestle fucks you. Like
Yeah.
she's the quintessential wrestle fucker. Like grab you, control you, hold you there, not do too much, but just keep you down and win the rounds. I don't think Stephanie Egger is going to be the one to stop that. Because she's looked better in her last couple of fights. She was like a few years like she had a little off period, but her last couple of fights she's looked pretty good with her usual lay and pray. And I think at minus 200, that's a decent parlay piece. Like just for example, her and Daukaus gives you plus 115, so definitely some value.
Yeah. I
All
think
right.
she's going to win. More proven commodity, too, in this case.
Mhm.
I don't have an opinion on anything else.
I agree. I'm kind of out of opinion. Should we just Josh? You got anything?
No, I have nothing.
All right.
Let's get over with.
Our cold take is we have more to say about next week's card.
Oh yeah,
Much
next
more.
week's card's good. Next week's
Oh,
card
we
good.
have yeah. Next week's card is gonna be great. Islam by massacre.
All right. So
Find whatever prop gives you the most like those FanDuel specials up to 5,000. Whatever prop gives you the most lopsided victory possible for Islam and hammer it at your fucking house. If there's one to like Islam to have like 10 plus minutes more of control time and 50 plus significant strike difference and finish, like that's the one.
All right. Anyways, all right. Let's go over our bets for this card.
Go for it.
All right, I can start out. So I really like Jamal Hill in the main event. So I have a lot of bets regarding him. So first off, I have a Hill Daukaus parlay at minus 103. I'm putting 2 units on that. I have
Okay.
Hill by knockout at minus 130, putting 2 units on that. I have Hill Parker Porter at minus 108, putting 2 on that.
Nice.
And then Buckley Alhassan to end by knockout, minus 250. I have 4 on that.
I think you have some very sane choices. Hill by KL, Hill Porter. Actually, those are all pretty sane, especially if you agree with Jamal Hill winning. Yeah, I think all of those might actually hit, to be honest.
If Jamal Hill loses, I'm fucked, basically.
We won't find out to the end of the night then.
Yeah.
How you're doing. Nice. Okay.
Lorenzo, you want to go?
Okay. Got yours, Alex? Sure. We'll get yours in a second. Okay. We always had to bet on the main event. So I had Johnny Walker at 205. I think he's a great value piece here. I also could see winning by decision. I might put like $1 on that in the week or something. David Onama, he really impressed me, even though he lost against Mason Jones. So I got him, minus 162. Abdul, Razak, Alhassan. Actually, I don't know if this is right. Where's the KO? It's plus 215 by KO, which is unusually high. Let me change that. Be a KO.
Yeah, double check.
Yeah. Because he's not going to win via decision, so there we go. And then Onama, Motta, Park. This is a 3-way parlay. I have Jessica Rose Park, Onama, and Motta, who was going against Jim Miller. I'm very confident in their wins. So that's plus 283.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Alex.
All right. First things first. Gonna have a little fun with our main event bet. Plus 300. Yes, the fight will go the distance. And we're
Nice.
gonna throw two. Well, let's do 2.5 on everything. We got 2.5 on that, just for a good bit of fun. And I do think that defensive Johnny Walker is a thing.
What are the odds?
Plus 300 fight to go the distance.
Okay.
And then I am gonna do another 2.5 on a double chance. Kyle Daukaus by submission or on points. That's minus 165.
Mhm.
Considering that he's never won a fight by another method, and that takes him down from minus 230 to minus 165. I'm real good with that. And then I'm gonna put another 2.5 on the Gabriel Benitez money line for the culture.
Okay. What's the odds on that?
Plus 132.
Okay.
Throw a little on that, and then I have a money line Kyle Daukaus and Jessica Rose Clark parlay plus 115. That's my last one.
Okay. All right.
So well, looks like we don't agree on anything here, actually.
Hey, that means someone's gonna do well. That's good.
There we go. Nice.
It's a red flag when we agree.
Yeah.
We're sorry, Derek Lewis, and maybe Islam next week.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Everyone bet the house on Peniel, guys. You heard it here first.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Well, those are our cold takes. Like, comment, and subscribe.